In this short presentation, we will show you how to use the Sparkvue probes. These are the probes that we will be using in this demonstration. This is the air link. This is the sensor. This is the quick response thermometer. And this is just a general thermometer.
First, turn on the air link right here. Now look for the number.
Okay, stop. Cut.
Your iPad. What you're going to do is you're first going to go to Settings. Once you're in Settings, you will find a tab that says Bluetooth. When you're there, you'll let it think, and you'll want to refer to the number that's on the back of the air link. So the air link that I'm holding has number 50799. When you find it, you're going to tap that air link that's listed under the devices. As you can see, the wheel is spinning and it's trying to connect. You will know it's connected once it says it's connected.
Now connect the air link to the sensor by clipping them together. Connect the probes. And remember where you've connected them. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. I've connected it to number 4. I will connect the quick response thermometer here to number 1.
Go. Okay, so before we set up our actual Sparkvue app, I'm just going to show you the basics of the very simple experiment that we're going to do. Here's my Sparkvue probe with the temperature probes coming off. This beaker has cold water in it. This beaker, I'm going to put an equal amount of hot water. This is another temperature probe. It's a different type, but it's still a temperature probe. I'm going to put hot water in here, around about the same amount. It doesn't matter too much because we're just doing this for a demonstration purpose. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to mix these together and see what happens to the temperature.
So now we're going to open up the Sparkvue app. It's going to detect the things that we want being censored. So as we can see, we have all the temperature readings. We're only going to focus on temperature 1 and temperature 4 because that's where our probes are located. Now we're going to hit build. When we hit build, we have a lot of options for our layout. Since we're only going to use one graph, we're going to use the first option. Now we can see that we have many options to choose from in terms of how we're going to collect data. The first one is a graph. The second one is a digital readout. And the third one is a chart. These are the ones that we'll typically use during our labs. For this lab, we're only going to use the graph. So now that we have our graph, we need to select what's going to be on the axes. On the y-axis, we'll hit select measurement. As you can see, the horizontal is on the first section, but we want to focus on the vertical axis. We're going to hit measurement. And as you can see, we have different options to choose from. Again, we're only looking at temperature 1 and temperature 4. Now we want to look at both temperatures, so we're going to add another y-axis. Again, hit measurement, select temperature 4. Now we're going to hit OK, and we are ready. But before we really start, we're going to hit the bottom where it says periodic 2 Hertz. We're not recording in Hertz. We're actually going to record in seconds. So click on Hertz and select seconds. And we're going to record every 2 seconds. Hit OK. Now we're actually ready to record. The green play button is what we're going to select when we're ready to record. So go ahead. As you can see, it is starting to record some data. Now we're going to mix our two waters together. The hot water is going to go into the cold beaker. As we can see, the graph changes dramatically. Once we have gathered enough points on our data collection, we can hit that play button again to stop recording. So what have we learned today? We've learned how to connect the iPad to the AirLink. We've learned how to connect the sensor and probes to the AirLink. And we've also learned how to use Sparkvue to collect and graph data. And as a reminder, please always disconnect the AirLink when you are done your experiment.